Welcome, everyone. It's First Mondays with the Biz Chicks. Woo! Yes, it's time for our networking event, and we are so excited to have you here and to be with you. We hope you'll be dropping in and joining the conversation today. We want to welcome you, and we hope that you and your friends will check in and let us know where you're watching from, who you are, and what it is you do over there in the chat. We're excited about it. We're going to have a really special guest for you today. So you want to pay attention to the agenda as we tell you what's going to unfold as we go through this, what would you call it, stage of virtual networking. I don't know what else to describe it. It feels a little different, but we want you to know that we are sending love your way all through this process. And we hope that you, in turn, are reciprocating because we really miss you guys. So with that, I just want to say welcome to First Mondays. How you doing, Francine?
Hey, how are you? I'm over here looking at people jumping on.
Oh,
There have been some changes to Facebook, and I'm looking
well,
that I
say
can
that.
send out the reminder over to the Biz Chicks group. And I'm like, okay, I don't see that. They've changed the name
Girl.
from pages from your business page to the business suite.
Yeah,
The suite. And I was like, okay, not only did they change the furniture, they changed what they called the furniture.
yes.
And I'm like, how do I share this now? Anywho,
Oh
I
my goodness.
comment.
Yes.
I can comment. I can do a couple of things, but as far as sharing it, I'm trying to see how to do that. It's just weird.
I hear you. Well, Linus is here.
Oh,
And we just want to say, hey, how you doing, everybody? I see Tachi's here.
hey, Tachi.
How you doing?
So normally when we get started, we tell it on First Monday, we tell you a little bit about who we are. Sometimes on the different programs that we do, we don't get to do that so often. So Terry, do you want to take it and I can chime in, or?
Well, basically what we do is we provide tech services for those people who are in need of explanations in English about how to use their tech tools. We are here to help you use those tools so that you can do business better. Now, we do that through workshops, individual consultations,
Called office hours,
and
masterminds.
Yes. So you want to stay abreast of what's going on with the masterminds by going over to our website, which is bizchicks.net. And recently, our focus has been providing tech support to people who are seniors. So you want to know how to use your stuff? Give us a call, and we'll help you out with that.
And we're recognizing a common denominator that comes up, something that we noticed the pattern. Let's put it that way. There are people who call us. It's like, hey, can you help me with this internet connection? Can you help me with something on my phone? Can you help me with
getting on
Zoom or my computer? And these are people who've been in the workplace working with computers. They know computers, but the change in everything, they needed extra help. So we decided to open up another branch of Biz Chicks, which is Tech Senior Service. Stop, Fran. Senior Tech Services. We just got the domain and whatever, but we do offer senior tech services. Now it's not open just to seniors. It's open to anybody who needs help. And that's where our workshops come in. We do workshops. Our Tech Playground workshops cover things like MailChimp and Zoom and whatever you need help with. The furniture, like Linda says,
yeah, I see.
said yes, but I guess it's okay. I'm used to it already. I tell you, Mark just changes stuff when he wants, talking about Mark Zuckerberg. So we are doing whatever it takes. We saw even here in the community where we will be able to go in person to help people. We've done a couple of those. Well, we actually done more than a couple where we go in person to help people get their stuff together, how to handle the internet service providers, which was really, really interesting not too long ago here.
There were some challenges.
And I'm just talking about challenges like trying to make a phone call to get through and you don't know your account number. Or you wanted to pay the bill, help them navigate through the bill. I got a call yesterday. Somebody needed help to try and, their router was working and all of a sudden it's not working. And they said we need to do something else. And the people and the person was like, my router was working last week. What is the difference this week? Yes. And just talking them through some things to help them get where they need to go. The language has changed. And so we are looking to help. Yeah, Karen, we did try sharing it out over on our page, but the share buttons are not where they usually are. So
And we sent you the link. Let me ask you this, Karen. Did you get the link? And Tachi, did you get the link?
Right. And we did share it out. I'm looking for, I'm trying to see what's happening over in the group because it is just way weird. I do not have a share button.
Well, I can't find the share button on my iPads. I'm feeling it.
Did you get the link?
Whoops.
I'm trying to see what's happening.
Let me stop my sorry about that, guys.
So BizChix, we're here to help you.
Okay, let me send that again, Karen. Okay.
Yeah, put it in for both of them. It is just really weird. So I'm going to try and come out of here and go in on pages on the other.
The problem I'm having is cutting and pasting from
Matt. I'll send it.
Yeah.
I'm putting it over in the chat. And it's in our regular chat, Karen and Dr. Tachi. It's over there. You should have it now.
I see it pop up in the Messenger. Yeah. So it's now in Messenger.
Okay, Dr. Tachi, no problem.
I'm so sorry to hear that talk about your allergies.
Do you want to do it without camera? And
you can do that.
Whatever works for you. The cool thing about here, I got it.
Well, that's the problem.
So maybe next month we can have you on. I am looking. I'm going to go to. I'm doing this on purpose. I need to go over to my groups and see if I can go there because this was like really weird. It's like Facebook was like weird, man. I'm like,
isn't it?
Is my stuff. And if we feel a little
out of sorts,
we can imagine what's going on with you. And the last video that we had was, it's not like it's not going over to the over to our group.
Okay, so I posted it to my page. Let's see if it'll let me share it to a group. Yes, we are live right now, Patricia.
Hey, Pat, how are you doing? Yeah, welcome to our first Monday event. I think this is the first time that you've been with us on a first Monday. We're normally at Seasons 52, the restaurant here in Sacramento. Uh, and but now we are somewhere else. Let's see, Biz Chicks group. Let me see. Oh, it is. It's live to the group. It just doesn't let us share it. And I can share from the group,
Mm-hmm.
but only I can copy the link. This is so weird.
This is why
Anyway,
people need help.
yeah, we all need help, and we're all in this together. Lennis, okay, so Lennis just shared this, right? Because the last thing that shared, Terry, was last week.
Really? It says, did I share to Biz Chicks? I see it there. Great. Thank you, Linus.
Yeah, he shared it to Biz Chicks, but see, it's supposed to automatically go to our page. So we need to find out, Terry, if it's no longer connected to the page. I got to go in there and yeah, we need to go in there. Linus to share this. Really weird.
Wonderful things are happening at Facebook.
It's been a
And Karen is saying it's crazy. She only has a September link.
I put a link in there, Karen, just now. I just put one in there just now. I'm gonna copy it again, and
Francine's sending it this time.
I sent it the last time. It's in Messenger, and we should be six. Yeah, the link that's in there, Karen, is the one that should get you in. I put it in there again.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
Okay, so meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Really?
the whole purpose for Biz Chicks is to help you do and be better in business, to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run, to take the hassle out of your hustle in any way we can. If we find information that's going to be better for you to help you do business better, then we're going to present that to you. We're going to bring you people who do that, like Dr. Tachi, like Coach Karen, like Patricia Murray, like Lakeisha Appleton, and different ones who can help us do business better. And one of the ways we do that is, go ahead, Terry.
I was going to say, so what do we mean by better? Making it easier for you.
Right. And because we don't like complicated,
convoluted crap.
Okay, you said it.
I just don't like it. I do not like convoluted stuff. It just.
This was back in 2013. We were following this person, and they were going online, and they were talking about, okay, we're going to, as soon as we get some more people in, we're going to start the broadcast, and it was going to be how to do something. So we were learning how to do something on Amazon or how to do something. And it was, and it was supposed to be pretty easy. They had a PDF that they were selling for $12, which was going to, instructions on how to do whatever it was. Almost an hour in, we still hadn't started. And we were like, this is not good.
My time was worth more than that.
This is not good. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't be here. If I was running a business, this would not serve me. So we need to get in, and that's how we came up with the concept for the bizchicks.live, which you're watching part of that now, where we, get in, and there's an agenda set. Hit it. Get to the point so people can go home, go do what was talked about.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So Karen, let me know if you. Oh, I guess you'll be in here if you have the link. So
Yes, give us a thumbs up, Karen, if you have the link, so we'll know you actually got it.
So well, she'll be down in the green room if she has it too.
That too, but I'm just saying because you sent it twice. I see it over here on Messenger.
So it was just, we encountered that, and then we encountered somebody who was doing a coaching program, and my head was spinning. I was like, what does this mean? What do you mean by this? And it wasn't clear. The instructions weren't clear. The instructions did not help us. And so we wanted to make sure that at BizChicks that you get clear, uncomplicated information. You can take it. You can do it. You can use it. You can see, as Coach Karen will tell you, see the needle move. You can see some increase or things of that nature. And so that's what we do. On Mondays, we do coffee talks, coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. We have conversations. And we learn that from Dr. Vibe. Conversations are better than people just talking at you. So we do conversations on Monday. Tuesday, we have TJ from New York City. She comes in with everything, social media, digital marketing, things that you're going to need when you are out there in the digital space. Wednesday, Coach Karen, who you'll be hearing from a little bit today. Coach
Karen still doesn't have the link. I'm talking to her right now in the chat.
It's in there.
And I don't understand.
Messenger, is she in the Messenger link?
She is in Messenger.
Let me make sure. Okay. Okay, that's the wrong link. Let me put it in there is another.
Send it to her as an individual.
Wait, Terry, because you guys have a different one with the three of y'all on there. That's why. There's another one. I'm sending her the link now. She should have it because that was the wrong group.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Right. I just saw her, but it wasn't the group for the show. The show. Okay. Sorry, Karen. So on Wednesday, Coach Karen, she talks about money and that type of thing. On Thursday, we talk about health. If you're not healthy, you probably won't have any wealth because you're gonna spend it all up on.
Check this out. Mark says Karen is building suspense.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
How you doing?
Resident.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark.
And then on Fridays, we come back with the Tech Divas talking all about tech, social media, and media on Friday. So we cover all aspects of your business some way, somehow, sometime during the week. And we just want to, in the same time, same place. It's always 8 a.m. Pacific time. And we've had people from all over the world. So we just thank you all for tuning in live on the replay. And be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed on our YouTube channel. And you're already following us on Facebook. We're going to figure out this whole how to.
Where did they move the furniture today?
Yes. To share it, it's not automatically being shared to the group. And I got to figure that out. So now I have to.
Well, I want you to know that the great thing about tuning into BizChicks is that you can always find something useful. Coach Karen, for instance, she's how we found out about StreamYard. One Friday when we were talking tech, Coach Karen waited and said, "Have you guys seen StreamYard? Or have you tried StreamYard?" And that's how we found out about it.
Because we were using Ecamm at that time, and we was doing the most. We were doing Zoom to Ecamm, and we was setting it all up.
And there was something that Pat Murray taught us, was teaching us that had I don't know, I've forgotten what was it, Pat, that you were using? And it had groups in it, and oh gosh,
I think it was started. Oh my gosh, the people over there on the other side. Get vocal. Get vocal. Get vocal.
Vocal. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So
and so
we
had these discussions, but we have these discussions. And so I just want you guys to, come on in and join the discussion. And, thank you, Pat. And let us know what you got going on, because we all have things that we can add to this conversation. Like, I need to plug in my computer. I forgot I'm going to be on it for a while tonight.
So with that, if you're interested in joining BizChicks, you can type biz to 33777. Thank you. And that's as simple as that. You'll get on the mailing list. We do not do a whole lot of spamming and mailing. I'm sorry, Karen, we're going to get better at sending out emails. But we do. Here's a tip that I learned. People are not opening emails as
frequently as you think.
If I text you and said I have something and I need you to check your email, you're more than likely going to go over there and check it. So with the and we're going to talk to you about a text service that you can use. The one that we're using right now, it allows us to text and capture the name, email, and phone number of people, and then we can actually text them back and say, hey, blah, 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 blah. And they can go check their email, which gives us a better open rate than just having an email.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're all in the same lineup as every other email in the country. Because I kid you not, I think I got 20,000 emails and I got to go in there. And Mark said, I like to delete emails before opening them. It gives me a false sense of power and control. And how many times have we done that? We was like, okay, yeah. I'm dumping the whole thing and I'm getting rid of all of them at the
I'm just going to start over.
And then you needed something in there.
Critical mass. Just say, I'm done.
Right. So today on First Mondays, we normally would have, we would be in a restaurant and we would be talking. I like this better because it's opened it up to everybody in the world. Mm-hmm. So there's something good that has come out of this whole situation that we are in, this pandemic. It's bringing us closer together. So we also have a keynote, a guest speaker that comes in and shares a little tidbit that's going to help you in your business. And today we have Coach Karen, who's going to share just a little bit of something, whatever she wants to share on.
Hopefully about her new program that's coming up.
So Coach Karen, without further ado, we're going to let you take it away. If you all have questions for her, please put them in the chat so we can make sure that she gets them. And stay tuned because we may be having you come in. You know, we've had different people come in. Dr. Tachi will be in maybe next month.
What is Mark saying?
Mark, this isn't a restaurant. I was going to say the service is terrible.
Oh my. Yes, I'm going to be Mark. We're going to be popping in and out. I'm just here for a little bit and then, other people are coming in to talk about their stuff. I've got a free Facebook group without any further ado. It's called the Profits in Daily for Entrepreneurs. And it's for either you're an employee and have a side gig, or you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to figure this thing out, because let's face it, it's not easy, to figure it out. And what I've come up with, beside other things, in there is I'm offering right now my first free membership. I've got 4 levels, and each is taking you through the different stages of entrepreneurship. This first level, it's free, and it's all about discovering yourself, who you are, where you're going, where you want to be, because when you find out who you are, the sky is the limit. You can push through anything. One of the biggest problems are when we start as entrepreneur, we have an idea, we're working on our passion, and we're moving through to get it done. And then we hit our heads against a rock and we can't move forward. But that's because we don't understand a lot of things about ourselves. So what this membership is allowing you to do is discover who you are, so that if you might, let's say for instance, you thought about something you wanted and you start doing it and you're having a hard time. If you find out who you are, who you truly are to the core, you can know if you should stay there or change course. And don't feel it's too late. If you feel that right now that's not where you want to be, stop. Don't waste any more time. Get over to what you really want to do. But before you do that, hop in, join our free membership, and figure out who you are. Once you understand that, then you can move through the others. The beginner entrepreneur, the intermediate entrepreneur, or Kirstar is like the powerhouse. She's there, she knows what she want to do, she's doing it, but she's at this block where no monies beyond that is happening. When you get in there, that's more discussion, that's more strategy, that's more scenario based and moving you through in the time that we're talking about it. No, go away, come back, and let's figure it out. No. When we do those discussion, whatever is the issue, we work through it right there and then send you away to do other things to keep moving you through. So that's what on my docket right now in the Money Mindset Academy.
Okay, so can you give us a little bit about your background? Because see, I read a little bit of a book that you're putting together, and I know the book is not out yet, but you had a really, oh, let me do this because I think that's rude. Hold on a minute. You had a very interesting upbringing that shaped the way you think about money.
True. My story is, I had to start a business because I lost my bus tickets and I got the choice to walk or eat. And I was like, well, I can walk it because it's not far. And I ended up walking 2.5 hours to school and back. And let me tell you, 2.5 hours to and fro can really give you some perspective of life. Now, hard at first, and it makes you cry. You think everything is coming down. But once you settle in and you dry your tears, you started experiencing how wonderful this opportunity is. I'm going to switch it around, which brings us to what's happening in 2020. Once you settle in and understand this is a virus, it's not going anywhere. We got to abide, figure out how this is going to work for us. And it's not going anywhere, but you're going to learn to live with it. Then you're starting to shine and starting to figure out the best of you. And so that's what happened to me. I prayed, I talked about it, and I wouldn't shut up to God about, if you put me in this mess, how I'm going to leave. Because I went to actually a Christian school, so we learn a lot about praying for what you want and all that stuff in the Bible. Now, I was getting to use what I was being taught. And I said, if I believe what you're saying and what they preach to me, now let's see it in action. Basically, that's what I was asking him. And on week 3, he showed it to me. It's the thing. It comes so quiet that if you're not paying attention, you miss it. Mine was an orange, a simple egg of orange. People don't come in different forms. And I literally was told, just sell the orange. I put out the idea, the person bite, and that was my first real client. A bag of orange for 5 cents. But that really made me understand about money. I love math. And if you don't love math, probably this wouldn't hit you that way either. And he wouldn't give you the message that way. When you love a certain subject, actually it comes in your subject. And I start calculating, 12 eggs of oranges in an orange. And if I sell it for 5 cents, I'm going to make 60 cents.
Okay. Now, it wasn't 5 cents for the orange. It was 5 cents for a section of the orange, people. And I was like, people are like, who does the orange section for 5 cents? But someone paid her 5 cents for the section of the orange. A lot of us would have been like, oh, I can't ask nobody for that. Oh, but she did it. And she did it over and over again.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That's what happens. I mean, we're in this climate about pricing, everyone to talk about that. Because people knew an orange costs 25 cents for a whole parcel, which you get 5 inside. So I literally paid 5 cents for a whole orange and figured to make 55 cents profit every single time. And I mean, I did that for a couple of years and people knew, but the chances of getting a sour orange with 5 versus getting a sweet orange, because I've tasted it and I'm only selling sweet oranges, they prefer to pay 5 cents and get a sweet piece of orange than a sour, plentiful orange. And that was the key, that kept it going. And you got to know your product. You got to know what you have to offer. And once you discover yourself, you will know what you have to offer.
I like that because she sold not just the orange, she sold an experience. She sold the guarantee, the quality. She sold that you don't have to peel this orange yourself. You don't have to wonder if the orange is going to be sweet. And it's already done. I can pay you 5 cents for the section, and I'm enjoying it now.
It's like having a personal chef, right? Pick out your fruit.
It's convenience. She sold the convenience, and that is what people pay for right now. Why do we go to Starbucks and we can buy a cup of coffee? We can make a cup of coffee at home.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because Starbucks is giving you an experience and a convenience of you sitting in your car, telling them what you want. They mix it up the way you like, and off you go. And you didn't have to grind the beans, pour the hot water, stir it, let it do whatever they do back in the back. And you didn't do all of that. You allowed them to do it, and you pay them for the experience. It's like, I'll pay extra. Why do we have DoorDash? Why do we have Uber Eats?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So Mark says, yes, that still small voice.
Right.
And Tachi says, yes, the sweet orange experience.
Right. So we pay for that, because right now you'll pay you might be like, I'm not paying him $6 to bring it to my house. But then when you don't feel like getting out of your pajamas, getting in the car, dealing with the traffic, you pay them people the $6 and whatever it cents to bring you that to the house.
Yes.
You know what? I found that delivery is cheaper, because if I'm in the grocery store, I tend to roam and I start picking up stuff that's not on the list. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if I pay them the $6, I know exactly what's coming.
Yep.
So there's it's all a shift in perspective, and that is why Coach Karen talks about profits in daily, because she'll help you see the money that you're actually making.
Yep.
I know you've been talking about tracking that money, and it did make a difference in how I felt and my perspective about my business.
Yes. It makes you see if you need to keep the business or you need to let business go. Some businesses need to die. Some businesses, you can revive them. Some businesses, you need some kind of collaboration or something to help guide you and cheer you on. Because a business could be really great, but you're not getting what you want to get out of it. So your joy is leaving the business. And then once your joy leaves the business is no more. Like, people want to know why people do great as a t-shirt company versus not a t-shirt company. Well, if your heart is in your t-shirt company, you're wearing it with pride and you're letting everybody know, you're going to sell a lot of t-shirts. Mm-hmm. But if you're hiding, you're like, I do sell t-shirts. I sell t-shirts. Nobody's going to buy your t-shirts. You got to be all in, 100% in the t-shirt business. You got to stamp it, tag it, fold it, wrap it up, sell it. Always. This is not a one-time thing. You're always selling t-shirts. Even when you don't have the product in your face, you talk to somebody and you find a way to talk about a t-shirt and how it feels good under your coat, because when it's cold, or if you're wearing a hoodie, if you have a t-shirt under there, how it feels. But imagine when you start sweating, you take off the hoodie and everybody sees the t-shirt with this wonderful wordage that you have there that brings joy in your heart. Like, you got to find a way to keep selling your t-shirt. And that's how you're going to sell a lot of t-shirts. And that's how you're going to reach to whatever number you want to reach to. If a person want to make $1 million as a t-shirt owner, they know they need to sell 1 million t-shirts. They don't need to sell 5 t-shirts and hope they sell it, expensive enough. You need to sell 1 million t-shirts. And here's why. $1 out of every profit, if you put it aside and it hit $500,000 and you invest it, you're probably going to hit $1 million. But let's say you weren't an investor, but you really want to hit $1 million. Your goal is to hit 1 million t-shirts, because you definitely, it's going to put away $1 every single t-shirt you sell. to hit that $1 million. It's all about discipline, but you'll do it if that was your goal. If your heart is not in the t-shirt, I mean, somebody's going to need ice cream, somebody's going to need help buying some kind of medication, somebody's going to eat food, and you're going to keep taking the money out, and you're not going to reach the $1 million because that's not a goal of yours.
Oh, okay.
I never thought of it.
I just like because she said if it's not your goal, you're not gonna stick with it long enough to get to the million. Now everybody said they wanted to be a millionaire. Well, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm going to okay, really? But they didn't want to stick with it long enough.
Or they didn't set it aside, and so they knew when they reached the goal.
Because somebody wanted ice cream, somebody wanted to go to the movies, somebody wanted to whatever, and we weren't disciplined to set it aside.
And you have to. You know, if a friend invited me out, I talk to people about budget all the time, and you guys know this. I will say, if you have 6 friends, what do you want to give them for Christmas and their birthdays? Put it in the budget. Don't go giving somebody $100 if that was not in your budget to give them. Give them $50. And why are you telling anybody? Put it in a card, write a note. It's only you and them know that they got $50. And if they told 100 people, so what? You give them $50 because that's what's in your budget. You're not matching anybody else. And if Christmas time you have $20 for them, whatever you buy, it only should worth $20, including tax. Shipping and handling, including shipping and handling. Nothing more.
So I hear you say, I'm hearing that whatever it is, it needs to be part of a plan that you put together. Not a plan that somebody else's dream that says, okay, for Christmas, I have to buy all these people all this stuff. It's whatever you have decided and what you determined that you were going to do on your budget.
Yep.
Mark has a comment here. He says, or they didn't realize that the $1 million was not their actual goal, but what they believe the $1 million will provide them. Careful not to confuse means with the goal.
Yep. Agreed. Because it's going to take work to hit the $1 million. And some people are not cut out for that kind of work. They'll say they are, but they're not cut out for that kind of work. That kind of $1 million work is hard work. Every work is hard work. But if I want to make $1 million, I'm going to be going double time. And my goal is never going to change. It didn't matter which street I turn in. It's still going to be $1 million. Every road I cross, it's still $1 million. Why are you talking to me if you're not contributing to my $1 million? We're not having this conversation. You're not in my lineup for my $1 million.
That's a good point. So, and here's the other thing. I was thinking about this today. You're not going to get to whatever goal you want to get to without the help of somebody else. You're
gonna need some help with that.
We keep thinking I'm a solopreneur and I'm gonna do it all by myself. No, you are not gonna do it by yourself. You're gonna hire some people because you can't do everything. You can't do the shipping and the whatever. Even if it's you hired FedEx or UPS or Amazon or whoever, you are gonna pay other people for this part of the process. Yes, it was your idea, but it involves other people to get you to where you need it to be.
It has to. There's a girl on TikTok that does crunchy. There's another one that does teas. And, you know, at little times, what I love for TikTok is that, you know, she'll just show you her dad dropping it off, or she'll show you her mom cutting out the stuff, or she'll show you she's packing it up. And all those people are part of her team. Sometimes we look at everything else and want a whole bunch of people that we can't afford at the moment in our team. If you got kids, they're on your team. Get them on your team. And don't worry with what you think they can't do. Find something that they could do. And if your brain knows that they're on your team, then your brain start activating itself to show you other ways to get other people on your team, right? And those people make up your team members. So for me, it was my sisters and her friends, and then my other sister, and then other friends. So I had a team of 6 people, and I wasn't even 18 yet. Like, work for me. But I consider them my team members, and I keep giving them work, and I keep paying them. So they were on my payroll. Initially, it was nothing, but after 2 weeks, 6 weeks, and you're working for me, and you're noticing your money is growing, you want to keep coming and get more hours. And that's a job. Let's say you have somebody that is contracting with you as a contractor. Same thing. People want steady money. I don't care if you're in business. And you say, well, I like my freedom. I don't care when it lies. You want to get sure money. And because you want to get money, you're going to have to plan how you go about getting your money. And the same goes to the people who are helping you on your team. You cannot. If this world was to be a one woman or one man show, nobody else would be here.
Oh, we can't do it by ourselves.
So it would appear.
Just don't get people on your team that is not going down the road you're going. That's all. If you're there and they're pulling you and taking you away from that journey, then you want to release them and let them go and fly. Don't hold on to them. Because you ever see a kite flying and it's got this big twine that is way too heavy, and you're trying to raise the kite up, and the kite is up in the sky and it keeps coming back down. You're like, what's going on? If you ever made a kite, guys, or you ever fly a kite and you don't have the right twine or string on the kite, it comes down all the time. You're like, the wind is not blowing, but the string might be too heavy for the weight of the kite. So that's why it can't take flight. And that's some people that you have on your team. They're too heavy for this specific congregation.
That is a great analogy.
So they're pulling you.
You trying to fly the kite and the oh my!
It keeps flopping because it's too heavy.
Too heavy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good.
This is why we do what we do. And these little nuggets, I have not heard any of the gurus anywhere talk about the heavy string from the kite. These analogies, these different things. Now they might have said them somewhere else, and maybe I just didn't hear it, but I'm hearing it now. And Mark has another comment here.
Our comedian, our in-house comedian.
My dog is on my team, but I'm considering letting him go. He hasn't changed since his last performance review.
Only Mark.
Mark.
Only Mark.
Too funny.
Yeah. Who else is coming on tonight?
Well, no, you're good right now. Thank you for stepping in. Dr. Tashi was coming on, but she's handling some challenges with allergies.
Yes,
and, Lakeisha, I haven't seen her just yet, so I'll bring her on when she arrives. But
if not, we may be giving you guys some change tonight.
We're not going to hold you hostage. We're not going to do that. So we just appreciate Coach Karen coming in. The little nuggets that you brought, the little dribbles, the little drop little bombs, and just like, damn.
And so be sure to put the information in the chat, Coach, so that people can sign up for the course.
Right.
Okay.
Does it allow you to comment over there, Karen?
I see the chat for the host, so I probably just put in the link for the group, because once you're in there and you click on it, then you can.
That's good.
That's good. Thank you so much. Let's see. And this year, the end of this year, we were talking about it. September is the new January. You're preparing for January now. Who's going to be on your team? And Dr. Tassi said, great stuff, Karen.
Thank you.
Who's going to be on your team? Have you thought about that? Who's going to help carry you into 2021? They can stand 6 feet away, but they still need to be on your team. They still need to help you get where you're going.
Man, you need that. You need your cheerleaders. You need the people who is going to hold you up, and you also need to find people that you can hold up, so that the scale is balanced. You can't only go, and it's like you can't go to a network meetup and the only thing you want to do is gain business cards or gain clients. I had a client at the time, and I told her that. She goes, kind of got all these business cards, but nobody's answering my calls. And I said, so did you talk to anybody? Did you build any relationships with them? Did you let them know what you do? And she says, I told them and they wanted to use me. But what they really wanted to do is see what it is you going to help them with.
Mm.
Everybody's going to a network meetup to see how they're going to get clients before, Corona. And I used to advise people, I said, get in there and show up with no business cards at the time. I said, just go in with the mindset that you're going to speak to 6 people. And my friend was like, at one point, there's 300 people. I said, yes, I know. Only 6 for you. Only 6. And the reason you need to find 6 people is so that you can talk to those 6 people, get to know them, and those going to be your core.
Oh, so have some meaningful conversation.
Yes, and stand there and talk to them. Talk to those 6 people and talk to a lot of people, but those are your main people. And if you were staying there for an hour or two, as you walk through the crowds, those 6 people are going to come back and talk to you. They're going to come back and find you. At the end of the night, those 6 people is going to remember you, and you're going to remember them, not the rest, those 6 people. And then you're going to actually ask them for a coffee or call them on the phone, and don't talk to them about your business. Find out how they're doing, how you can help them in their business, and keep those 6 people at the top of mind. Everything that happened, they're going to reach out to you too. And they're going to say, well, I know somebody's looking for, at the time was a mortgage broker, that's looking for a mortgage. Could you help? Or, you talk about this the other day. How is your mom doing? Is she feeling good? And they're going to ask you questions. And you're building, and you're the top of their mind. I understand it's a slow crawl, and so some people don't like to do it because it's so slow. But I promise you, at the end of the year, those 6 people will probably bring you more business than all the other networks that you're going to, because they're invested in you and you're invested in them. Now, that's not your only source, I would hope, in growing your business. So you have ads out. Those days you got newspaper, you got Yellow Pages, you got Yelp. You're doing other things, but this is a core set of people that you're building in to you and all that you're doing. By the way, I have that in my free membership. I talk a lot about networks and what happened. Now we're online. Do the same thing. Find your core people and take those core people and use them as much as you can, and let them use you. Don't be afraid of the word use. Let them use you and you use them, because we understand this quietly, silently, whether we speak it or not. We understand.
Well, it just makes sense. It makes sense to build a strong, tight core of people. And think about it. If you're doing 6 people per networking session, and if out of those 6 comes one person, at the end of the year, you have 12. At the end of 2 years, you have 24. At the end of 3, you have 36. Oh my gosh. At 36 to 48. In 5 years, you have what, 60 people?
And you build on that. That's how you grow your business. That's how you grow. And remember, that's just one area of your business. Most people, I don't know if they realize this, but you need to have at least 3 to 7 avenues. Just people say, I want to have 7 avenues of income. Yeah, but do you have 7 avenues of where you market your business? Do you have 7 places that people can buy from you? Do you have 7 places that people know about you? Do you have 7 good friends that talk about you all the time? Do you have 7 people that know that you exist? So that you can keep selling? Are you keeping track of these 7 things? Is it in a system? Is it on your calendar? Do you know what happened? Whether they fall off, they're still there, they're still working, it's still bringing you what you say. Is everything lined up how it should be? Do you have a trail? Is there a map? Is it set up in such a way that you can see when you're falling down? And when one out of the 7 is not working anymore, do you understand what happened in between that caused it to not work? Those are just questions to answer for yourself.
Oh, that sounds like work.
It is.
Well, think about it. If you have several storefronts, you want to go by each one and check on them, make sure that, stuff's not in the parking lot, or did they empty the trash? What's really going on?
You got to keep track of it. You cannot have a business and not know. When I opened my cleaning company, I knew I had 4 places that I advertised. And then I bumped it to 5. And when I was at number 6, I saw that two of them was just wasting money. I pulled them and I kept four. And I pulled out one and I only had three. And the two that was more popular, bumped to the top. And the other one, I kept it because although it was slower, it was a really good bill. And so I kept it because it keep building. But did I waste money initially? It would appear that way. But I invested the money to learn what works and what doesn't work. I could talk till the cows come home. If I don't put my money, I really don't know what works. Honestly, it's like Facebook. If you're running ads, you got to find out what works, how it works, and you got to tweak. There's no magic. No matter who run your Facebook ads, there's no magic. You got to find out. And boy, did I lose a lot of money finding out, but you got to find out. You got to find out how it works. I've advertised newspaper. I've advertised radio. I've advertised Facebook. I've advertised Yellow Pages. I've advertised Yelp. Yeah, all the different newspapers that Canada has to offer. I've advertised in. I've done flyer runs. I've done cold call. I've done network. I've done collaborations. But I make sure that I am paying attention to it. So I decide I'm going to use a budget for 3 months, 90 days here, 60 days here, 6 months here, depending on the publication and what I need out of it. And I lost a lot of money. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys, but I also sharpen up my marketing skills. It helps me with my sales skills over time because I spend a lot of time researching and paying attention and putting the money where my mouth is. And then if it doesn't work, I pull it. And I don't blame anybody about it. I just pull it because it's not working.
Gotcha.
Wow. So today, this tied in with our conversation from this morning, all about the data. And if you missed that, you can go back over to the page and watch it because it talked about the data doesn't lie. It tells you what is really, really going on. And I think maybe in 2021, we need to pay attention to the data.
What is it? The data destroys denial.
Right.
He was so on point as he talked. I was like, oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
And then
so on point.
Yep. So you asked the question. She says, do you have things of value to the world?
Do you have seven
things? Are you all over the place,
Right. And because we've been hearing, okay, I need to do this because we're trying to get to that. I need to get them 6 figures. You're not necessarily trying to get to the 6 figures. The things that you do well, the value that you bring, the 7 things that you bring may bring you to 6 figures eventually.
And people don't want to be on eventually, Fran. They want to get it yesterday. And no, I don't care who's selling your pipe dream. There's no yesterday. You get what you have yesterday because you worked for it 10 years ago. That's why it's there yesterday. Whatever you're going to get tomorrow is because you put in the time today. When I started this year with you guys, I said you should get a year budget. And if you were paying attention, you've been putting that together so that next year you can have a yearly budget. So you understand that your household need $5,000 every month to run, but you're going to work on $6,000 because of inflation and all the other things that has happened in 2020. So you probably need $6,000, but because you were paying attention, you were watching the data, you understand what is needed. And by the same token, you might only need $4,000 because of different lifestyle, because you change things. But you wouldn't know this if you weren't watching the numbers. I like to say, he says data. To me, Peter Potter, is the same idea. You got to mind what you're doing in your business and people in your lives. When you come on board, understanding you understand how you work. You can't have a business budget without a personal budget. There's no money in it. You can't get profit in your business if you don't understand how you work and how you flow. You just can't. If I hear Mary Jane is selling cigarettes and she's doing great and I went and sell cigarettes, I'm telling you, I'm not going to get the same sales like she, because I don't know what Mary Jane did to be where she's at. How am I going to sell the same cigarettes? Like, I can't, right? Because especially if my value is about cigarette giving me cancer, it's not a thing I should be doing, it's against my belief. Now I'm fighting all these things. So I can't really sell cigarettes. As money is the same. When you are against money, when you're afraid of money, when you're frightened about money, you can't make money, period. Because you're fighting you about the money you want to make. Nobody's giving it to you because you're fighting you. When you stop having to fight with yourself and you let go and you're okay to have money, money will come. It won't come plentiful, but it'll come in dribbles. If you allow it and you keep allowing it and not blocking it, more will come. And it sounds simple, and everybody says, but Karen, it's not that simple. I understand, but I can't know if you're working at 100%. Only you can know if you're working at 100%. And I promise you, if you're really working at 100% and giving it your all, the money will come. It has nowhere else to go but to come to you.
Wow.
Guys,
That is the point where we can put a pin right there. Go back over this
First Mondays.
First Monday.
And Coach Karen popped in.
No, but this was good. This was real good. This really, it really, you put the pin, you tack the tail on the donkey or whatever. Like, hey, okay, we did this because the money's going to come when you go all in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Part of going all in is having your 7 things of value. Going all in is tracking your progress and just tracking everything. Go all in.
Yes, Jill. You guys have to check out the replay. It was really good today. And this morning was good too about checking your data. Data will destroy denial.
Data destroys denial.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good. So today's this sandwich, the beginning of your day, the ending of your day. And Coach Karen, thank you for so much for stepping in here and sharing nuggets. This drip is like, oh, this is good. Need a napkin. This is good.
So if you're not already following Coach Karen, you need to follow her over there on Facebook, Instagram. And also we put the link in to become a part of her group so you can subscribe or sign up there. So
and
you see it above in the chat.
Can catch Coach Karen every Wednesday right here at 8 a.m. Pacific time. She and Terry do an outstanding job of sharing a little more of the nuggets that you're hearing today. I enjoyed listening to her, what are the little stories they were called?
Chronicles.
Karen's Chronicles.
Chronicles of Karen. I was like, man, this is good. Just hearing the stories of how people change their lives and change their businesses. And what I'm learning is once you overcome whatever is in here, there's no block to you getting where you want to be. And like she said, the money will come and follow you and find you. But it can't see you sometimes because you've got stuff all in
everything locked up.
So with that, we want to say thank you for tuning in. Linus has got something going on over, if she's still here, she has something over on the Biz Chicks page. She's got an event coming up. Check it out over there. And if you all have anything that you have coming up, put it over on the Biz Chicks page.
Will do. Yeah.
Over in the group. Let us know. And if you're part of the group and you didn't answer all the questions, we're not letting you in until you answer all the questions.
So if you're wondering why you didn't get a response,
because you didn't answer all the questions.
Yes, I agree. I do that too.
Like I'm saying, come on, it's just the last little question that you sometimes people forget or didn't see it or whatever.
But you want to answer the question so you guys know they're in the right group. So
right.
right.
And we're going to get better because we're going to be tweaking a couple of things, and you'll hear about our 7 things. I think we got 4 of them down. Terry, I got to get some more. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching live on Periscope, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe, follow, share, whatever you need to do with this. And we will see you again tomorrow with TJ, all the way from New York City.
All the way from New York City.
Marketing, social media. It's going to be all good.
All that good stuff.
Very, very good stuff. Terry?
Yes. So remember to go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for talking.